Following from the last video, my car of choice is of course the Audi R8 Evo, which was the winner by a country mile through the last episode, so here is my qualifying run. A brief recap and a goal to my video today is me qualifying for low fuel motorsport on Snetterton by driving 7 clean laps below the average of 1 minute 50. Any lap that fails to hit the average, or if you go off track, basically means a reset to your lap count. So at that point, if you've done 5 laps and then you fail to hit the 150 mark or you go off track, it will reset you back to 0, which you do not want, naturally. This video will be in 3 different perspectives. We're going to have an internal cockpit view, we're going to have an eye level view, and we're going to have a bird's eye view. So hopefully you see all my flaws and my mistakes, or my great driving. I do also intend to release another video which is going to show just the cockpit view itself, and hopefully with that one you can see all my inputs, my steering angle and everything else, so that way it can be a bit more scrutinized and perhaps any tips and tricks can be given by anyone that interacts with the video. And speaking of interacts with the video, to everyone that viewed my last video and left comments, oh my gosh, thank you so much. I did not expect as much interaction as I had, and a few people really did leave some tips, and yeah, anything like that is absolutely welcome, so thank you once again. Now, to those who did leave tips, you might notice that in this video perhaps some of them aren't showing, and that's because I followed absolutely none of them, as this video was recorded pretty much not too long after the last video posted. Now, one thing I did learn from a commenter was tire pressures. Apparently that is incredibly important, and in some scenarios that kind of makes sense because a lot of times I was braking the same exact points. Sometimes I'd make the corner just fine and other times I wouldn't. So that probably tells me that I maybe had my tire pressures off. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going to give every single excuse I can in the book to, not make myself look as bad as I already do. But perhaps I would be better if I did know the game inside and out, and that is the aim as I move forward. So in case you haven't noticed yet, I pretty much will just be waffling over the video as I'm going, and hopefully from anything that I do or say, someone can pick up on it and then correct me if I say something that's completely off base, or anytime I'm just kind of like questioning something, it can be clarified in the comments. If you're bothered to watch this much, watch as much or as little as you want, it's completely up to you. Now, with this part here, watching as I'm down the back straight coming towards Brundle Nelson, I do want to talk about trail braking a little bit. Is there anyone on YouTube that's amazing at teaching people how to brake? I've seen videos from like Traction, and they seem to have a good few videos that give you tips and stuff. There's Jardier as well, of course, but yeah, like one thing I've noticed is my trail braking is pretty horrendous and inconsistent as well, so I guess that's just gonna come down to practice. And also, as I look at that BMW, is there a factor of toe in this game? I.e., well, in the next lap coming, that BMW becomes, a bit of a hindrance, but at the same time, I believe it becomes my fastest lap. So the BMW is in front of me, not too far, pretty much similar distance to what it is now, but I found that it was my fastest lap, and it just made me think, is there a toe factor in this game? I know obviously it's not like Formula 1 in terms of downforce and the speed of these cars and stuff. However, is slipstreaming fairly strong in this game? Well, if anyone that knows, just let me know, and hopefully I won't be clueless anymore. And another thing I should address is absolutely putting myself down at every opportunity I can. I need to stop. I need to be more positive. So you know what? Yes, I will become more great at this game. I will become an alien, because we all know aliens aren't born, they are made. And this is me making myself an alien. Why is alien the term that they use in this game? Because honestly, me saying that out loud to myself or describing myself to become such does not feel right. So you know what, I'm just gonna say I will become a very good racing driver. Hopefully. My consistency with this tells me that I probably have it in me to do. And you know what? I think every single person in here has it in them to get good, get better. It's all about putting in that time, which in all honesty I've not had, hence why this video is even coming out like over 2 weeks after my previous video. And yet I done these things like not too long apart from each other. So yeah, in time, once I sort my time out, I will be on this a lot more, and I will be making videos a lot more consistently. That is the goal, so y'all can hold me to that, to be honest. And let me not be rude and forget my BMW friend in front of me there, off in the distance. So it's at this point here, as I'm turning this corner, you can just see that dust getting kicked up. Yes, that's right, he went off. It's almost like the perfect toe teamwork, in which he just gave me a good toe, then got out of my way and let me move on to set the fastest lap. Had this been a qualifying, I would have indeed been first, I guess. No, just kidding. Someone else came in after me when I was still qualifying. They came in halfway through the session and absolutely killed it and made my times look like absolute garbage. Now, my times weren't great anyway, because I think I was about 4/10 on average quicker than the qualifying time. Now that's 105% of race pace, I believe. So in a way, you know, I was consistent, I was okay. I guess I was quick enough to qualify for low fuel. However, 105%, it's not really that great, is it? Oh my gosh, and there I go putting myself down again. Jerome, you need to stop, honestly. Oh, hey, you know what, Jerome? Training wheels. This is where we start. This is how we move forward. And you know what? It's only uphill from here. The sky's the limit. Ain't no mountain too high, ain't no valley too low, as they say. And actually, I remember someone else commenting saying that they're intimidated getting into this game because of how tough it is. So you know what? For you, my friend, I will be a champion to the less talented of us who need that encouragement, basically, because sometimes it's not about just being good, it's about having fun. And if you like sim racing, you get into sim racing and you tell yourself that you can do it. And even if you can't, just have fun doing it. Yeah, no, at the end of the day, it's just fun and games. And even for me making this video, it's just a bit of fun. And talking, like, this feels like I'm more doing a podcast with just a car driving in the background. I'm probably gonna put some lap counts. Well, if I'm saying that now, it means that I am already doing it. If I don't do it, it's because I just couldn't be bothered and I just wanted to put a video out there. But yeah, so far this is just kind of like a little side hobby for me, and I'm kind of liking it. Again, really encouraged by the fact that a lot of people interacted with the previous video, and it's great. And I'm sure the more that I do it, obviously without fail, I'm gonna get better at doing it. And yeah, moving forward, hopefully it's just, you know, step by step, more and more interactions, more and more quality within the videos as well. Because right now, I'm not gonna lie, mic quality not that great, so I've been looking into making it a little bit better. Again, don't let my voice distract you from the fact that I am driving okay in the background here. Coming to the last corner, also horrible corner for me, but again, with time I'll iron these things out. I'll focus on my trail braking. Of course, braking is single-handedly the most important thing in any racing. To everyone that's new to sim racing, just note that down. Get good at brakes. And then in this game as well, apparently tire pressures are super important. So I need to get a handle on the setups as well. And I'm not gonna lie, some of these camera angles look amazing. If only I hit those apexes just right. But yeah, tire pressures, braking, I think that's probably gonna be, well, the setup, of course. Some of those things will be like key to becoming fast. If you have all those things out of whack, then you probably not gonna get very far. And then eventually, when I get good, I'm just gonna be posting like highlights of my race and maybe a little bit of commentary over the top. But yeah, if I can make like some good, not too long range videos, that would be ideal. But at this moment in time, yeah, we'll see how things go, how this shapes up in the future. I might even post this video, and after posting it think to myself, really don't like the long form content, or the other way around. Again, all just depends on how it's received. But you know what, actually I lie, it doesn't depend on how it's received, it just depends on how I feel. And yeah, at the end of the day, I'm much too small to care too much about how this channel is being tailored. So yeah, disregard everything I just said there. But at the same time, don't. At the end of the day, I do want to hear what people say. I might not take it on board, but I will listen and I will read. And I have been interacting with everyone that has been commenting. At least I've tried. We even had someone say that the game was trash. That was, whew. Especially when you've just posted your first video to be told this game's trash. It's like, dang, do I continue with this game? Like, what's going on? But nah, of course, I'm continuing with it. If you've gotten this far, then you're an absolute legend, because I've struggled to talk this long and say absolutely nothing. And this is probably meant to be like, you know, behind the scenes stuff, but I'm just gonna say it in the video. I have repeated over and over again some of this dialogue that I've said, because sometimes it sounds absolutely awful. And the first time round I done the voiceover, it was really hissy. Like, the S's were ridiculous, and yeah, the pop filter was not doing its job. Yeah, do let me know how the mic quality is. I know it's not perfect. And also, for anyone that does let me know how the mic quality is, it tells me that they've stayed till this point here. Now, I believe this point coming up is when I messed up. This was a heart and mouth moment. Now, let me let it roll up. No, it wasn't here. Okay, cool. So this must be maybe the lap beforehand, cause okay. So when I messed up my lap, I actually nearly cried. My emotions were running so high. Every single corner in this game, or not in this game, on this track, every single corner on this track was ridiculous. Turn 1 itself. So let me even just go through this lap. Coming through to turn 1, first and foremost, when you brake, you want to carry as much speed as possible. And it's a very slight brake, and on the power as early as possible. Nailed that one, okay. Then here, it's a hard braking zone. You want to carry as much speed through this apex, or through the hairpin, as you can. Of course, every corner is carry as much speed as you can. But that hairpin sucked, because if you got it wrong, you understeered and you'd be losing a lot of time. Here as well, once again, a medium speed left-hander. Coming through that, hit the apexes on the throttle as early as possible. Here you could do a V, you could do a late apex, or you could do a standard geometric apex. And I pretty much hit every single type of apex hit on that corner, because in all honesty, I did not know how to take it quickly. And yeah, no, every single corner on this track had something to it, which if you done it wrong, it was curtains. So on the back straight once again, and I believe this is the time that I messed up. And this corner here is the corner that every time I was driving through, absolutely, like, it was don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. Oh, I messed up. And the moment I did, as you see here, that was my lap finished. And I was screaming, like, literally, no. It was painful, because at this moment in time, I believed I failed. And I kind of overdrove on the last couple of corners, like through bomb corner or something like that? Or bomb hole, that's the one, bomb hole. Yeah, coming through to the finish line, I crossed it and it was a 150.1. I could not believe it, and I think going into turn 1, I already saw that I was down on the delta. At that point, I was pretty upset anyway, and I just threw the car to the side here, parked it up, and then just returned to the garage. Only to see the good news that I hit 7 laps exactly, and I qualified. Oh, the relief that I had. So in closing, pretty much this is me just stating that I am going to be driving the Audi R8 Evo 2 moving forward, as that's already been established throughout the entirety of this video, and this is what the livery is looking like at the moment. Now I have no intention of keeping it like so, but I do obviously like me my red and black and a little bit of chrome in there, or white, depending on how it looks on the car. But yeah, this is it going forward, and this is the new threads. Hopefully soon enough I'll get a new skin, might make it myself, but we'll see.